Okay, so guys, today I'm back on Steal a Brainrot, and I have figured out a way to set up an automatically trapping base. So you guys know how in Steal a Brainrot, you can lock your base, and if there's any players inside of your base when you lock it, then they are trapped inside of your base. They can't go out. I can only go through this wall because I own the base. But if this was one of my friends' bases where, you know, I didn't own the base, I can't go through this wall. You can't go through a wall that is not yours, obviously. There's only one way to get out of a base when you're trapped inside of it, and that is, of course, to respawn your character. Normally, when you get trapped inside of a base and Steal a Brainrot, you just respawn and you're out. But I figured out a way to solve that problem too. Pretty much today, I'm going to be using this to set up an automatically trapping base in order to troll my friends. Look at this. They're right over there on the server. And the first thing that we need to do to set up this automatically trapping base is, let me go into the chat and I just got to type in the command ;btools. Now, I've got admin perms on this server, so I have access to these special commands. They'll let me do stuff on the server that my friends cannot. Don't worry, this stuff doesn't actually like affect the game permanently. As soon as we relog, it's going to set all the bases back to normal, but I can still steal my friends' brain rots with this method and keep them like for good. So this is going to be kind of insane. Now, pretty much using this building tool, this is how we're going to set up the automatic trapping base. I've done a little bit of testing, and the way that we need to do this, the way that this works is we're going to set my friends' spawn points inside of my base so that whenever they're trapped in here, even if they try to respawn, they're going to respawn in the base. And then after that, I'm going to set up a method to remotely lock the base so that I don't have to walk here and lock it every time I want to, you know, turn off the base. But first, let's set up the respawn thing. Pretty much in order to make it so that my friends respawn in this base whenever they die, all we got to do is just move their spawn points from their base over to my base. Now, if you don't know, the Steal a Brainrot spawn points for each player is usually in front of their base. It's like right over here in this green area. In fact, I think it's like right underneath this collect zone. So what we need to do is just pull out the building tool, and then with this building tool, we need to grab my friend's spawn points and then bring it over to my base. Okay, this is going to be a bit tough. We got to do this very, very sneakily. Let me just go over to the shop, just, you know, normally, not doing anything suspicious. And I'm just going to buy an invisibility. Oh, wait. Yeah, let me get an invisibility cloak. I'm going to need to put the cloak away to pull out the building tool, but at least we can use the cloak to get up to a hidden area. All right, let's just go here. Let's try this out on Baby Dash's base first. So we're on top of his base. We're really close. All we need to do to grab his spawn point is just select his base, go inside of the building tool, and then go open up the plots folder. And all right, look at this. We've got Baby Dash's base selected right over here. Now what we got to do is hit this drop down button to open up his base. And then inside of this folder, we got to look for something called spawn. Aha, there it is. I found it. So that thingy right over there is his spawn point, I'm pretty sure. Wait, what's it doing in the air? I thought it was supposed to be like lower on the ground. That's kind of strange. Maybe it has to be in the air so that you don't like spawn inside of the ground. Either way though, let's go ahead and just move this thing into my base. There we go. Just push it in there, and oh yeah, this is perfect. So now as soon as Baby Dash tries to respawn, the next time he dies, he's gonna respawn right in here. Let's move the spawn point a little bit up so that he doesn't spawn in stuck into the ground. And all right, I think that's that. So now Baby Dash will spawn inside of my base. Next up, let's go do the same thing on Ann. Now, this is actually insane. I haven't tested this out before with them. This is my first time doing this test with like actual other players. I've only ever tested this out on myself before, so I'm not even 100% sure that this is gonna work, but hopefully it will. All right, I've got Ann's base selected. Let me go ahead and just rename it to Ann base. There we go. And then let's open up the folder, grab the spawn points, and oh yes, there it is, the pressure spawn point. Let's select it, move it over into my base, and oh yeah, this is coming along too easily. I don't even know what to say about this. This is like the easiest prank ever. It doesn't even take that much time to set up. All right, so we've got the thing over there. Now, I'm just gonna start walking back over to my base, just like nothing ever happened. And all right, perfect. We've got both of my friends' spawn points set inside of the base. All right, so now they should respawn in here, but the next thing that we need to do is make it so that the base automatically traps them as soon as they go in. Now, as we all know, normally in Steal a Brainrot, the way that you lock your base is by, you know, walking over this yellow thing over here. But I was thinking, I wonder if there's a way that we can select this yellow button and then attach it to myself. I'm pretty sure with the building tools, there's like a way to attach stuff to yourself. And if we can do that with this lock button, that's going to be insane. Here, I'm going to leave my base unlocked for now. I'm just going to walk out over here because before we try doing anything on the actual yellow button, I don't want to break anything. So before we do anything on the real button, let me go out here and I'm going to grab a regular block and let's try attaching this to myself first. Because I'm not going to lie, I've literally never tested this before. I don't even know if we can attach stuff to myself. Here we go. Let's just move this block inside of me. And okay, that didn't seem to work. That's a little bit problematic. Maybe we need to turn off the collision on this block. If we turn off collision, then we can walk through it. Someone's stealing. Yo, who's stealing my brain rot?
Come on. Yes! That was the easiest steal of my entire life. Dad, you're such a noob. You weren't even in your base.
Bro, what? Are you serious? That was like one of my best brain rots.
Well, you should have kept your base locked. Now that brain rot is mine forever. This is so awesome. I actually haven't had one of these brain rots before.
Ooh, Dash, you gotta do a better job of locking your base. When you're playing Steal a Brainrot, your head needs to always be in the game.
My head was in the game. I just didn't think that you guys were gonna steal from me in the middle. Okay, you know what? Whatever. I'll steal that thing back one day. We'll see. We'll see who wins on top.
Yeah, we'll see about that. You're never gonna steal this thing back. I'm gonna eat the taco.
You can't even do that in this game. Okay, you see what I mean? My friends have been getting really sweaty at Steal a Brainrot. This will hopefully teach them a lesson. All right, so I've got the block over here with collision off. I don't even care that Baby Dash stole that Brainrot. We're gonna get that thing back. But now that we've got the block here with collision turned off, I want to test something. I wonder what happens if I use the welding tool to connect the block onto myself. So look, if I select myself and then I select the block, what happens if I hit weld to last? Oh, wait, something happened. Can I walk around now? I can't walk around. I think that's because the block is stuck and, you know, I'm supposed to be able to move, but the block isn't supposed to be able to move. If I select the block now and unanchor it, which means, you know, make it so that it can move. Oh my goodness. Wait. This method actually works. This is so insane. So if I can connect the regular block onto myself, then I think this means that I can connect the base lock button to myself as well. This is a little bit awkward, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have any animations. Let's see if we can fix that somehow. Can I make the block any smaller? Is the block like, oh, it just broke. Okay, that's problematic. Wait, my animations are just broken forever now. What did I do? Oh, I think it's because I welded myself. Okay, let me select myself and then break welds. Oh, there we go. Okay, now it works. All right, I've got an idea. I've got an idea to maybe make this work without messing up all of my player animations. So let's move this block up. Okay, let's put it over here. Let's turn off the collision. Dude, if this actually works, I'm gonna be able to have my base be locked all the time. It's never gonna unlock. This is gonna make it like practically impossible for anyone to steal from me. Anyways, we're inside of the block right now. Now, what I want to try doing, instead of welding this block to my entire body, what if we try welding it to... Oh yeah, we can try welding it to only my head, because my head doesn't even have like a serious animation whenever it walks. Okay, let's try selecting these two parts. Hopefully this will work. Let's hit weld to last. Okay, I can't move anymore. My arm is still moving though. I still have a walking animation. Now let me select the block and only the block. I don't want to select anything else. Let's turn off anchor and yes, this works perfectly. Oh my goodness. I actually didn't think this was going to work. I'm actually a Roblox building master. This is insane. This looks so perfect. This actually looks too legit. And once we're done connecting the button onto myself, then we should be able to just make the button invisible as well. Nobody's even going to know that I'm carrying this thing around with me. Look, I can just set the transparency to 1. This is actually nuts. All right, well, let's delete that and let's go back into the base.
So, Dad, when's the next time your base is going to open? Are you going to let me steal another brain rot?
No, I'm not going to let you steal another brain rot. Hey, why didn't you come take your Orcalera? I stole this from you a while ago, you know?
Well, you stole the Orcalera, but this taco bike brain rot is way better.
Bruh. All right, well, we'll see about that. Let me go upstairs in my base. So inside of a regular Steal a Brainrot base, you've got 3 of these base lock buttons. I'm thinking we should play around with this one on the 3rd floor. First of all, because, you know, I'm on the 3rd floor and nobody's going to see me because they're all on their 1st floors. And second of all, this one's more hidden. And if we accidentally do something that breaks it, at least it won't be so bad. All right, let's select our base inside of the building tool. I'm going to name this base to dash base. And then let's go down and we need to try to find what this thingy is called. Maybe it's the unlock button. No, that wouldn't make sense. Maybe it's, oh, purchases. Yeah. I don't know why it's called purchases, but that's what it's called. All right, so now we've got this entire thing selected. Look at that. This is so sick. Wait, we can open up a folder. So there's a main. I'm guessing this main item is like the root of the whole thing. And then there's a hitbox. I'm guessing this is what you need to touch to activate it. Okay, that's cool. Oh, look at this. Look at this. So a good way that we can test this out is whenever you step over the thing and your base is already locked, it's going to say your base is already locked. Look, if I move the hitbox, let's move it like over here, for example, and then I walk into it. Look at that. It says your base is already locked. Perfect. All right. One problem that we might run into, like I wonder, look, because if I stand on top of the thing, I don't even know if I'm explaining this right now. If I stand on top of the hitbox right now, it doesn't keep spamming it. You have to like keep jumping. You have to update it. You have to like keep touching the thing, if you know what I mean. I don't know if that is going to be a problem once we connect this to ourselves, but let's just hope for the best. All right. Now what I'm thinking we do is let's clone the hitbox. All right. So we've created a clone of it. If I walk over it now, is it gonna, oh, it doesn't. Okay. So only the original hitbox is going to work. We can't clone the hitbox. This is a clone right here. If I walk over it, it doesn't say your base base is already locked. So we only have one shot at this. Well, I mean, we have 3 shots. We've got 3 of these buttons in the base, but we have to use the regular base lock. Okay, interesting. Wait, actually, hold on. If we can't connect this to ourselves, I might have another idea on how we could do this. But first, let's try the connecting method. Okay, so I'm just gonna, can I move this thing? Oh, I can't move it out of the folder. Okay, what we're gonna need to do, let me open up my player folder and let me select my purple hair accessory. Let me stand on top of the yellow button. This is actually nuts if this works. Let's break the welds on my head and then let's select my head again and also select the hitbox over here. There we go. Okay, we've got both of them selected. Look, we're like inside of one another. Now let's hit the weld button, weld to last. And okay, I can't move. That's good. That's good. This is a good sign. This means I'm welded in place. But now we need to select only the hitbox. So let's just select that. And then we got to unanchor it. And now I'm walking around with the base lock hitbox. But oh no. Okay, look at this. The problem that I was worried about is happening. Since I'm inside of the base lock hitbox, it's not going to lock the base. It's not going to like update the base lock unless I go out of it and go back inside of it. Hold on. Maybe if I like run into a wall, it'll update it. No, it's not working. Okay, I think we're going to need to try another method. Luckily, I've got another method in mind. Okay, but first we should probably lock the base. If I walk into here, will it lock the base? It does. Okay, interesting. All right, well, you know, mission failed. Let's go back up over here. Or actually, no. Let's go over here. What I want to try doing is moving the base lock button to somewhere else, to another part of the map. Let me make myself invisible real quick. This is insane. I'm going to be able to remotely close my base. Let's go over here in this corner of the map. And then I think if I disconnect this box from me, then it should just stand here. All right, let's anchor it in place. And then we got to unweld it. So break welds. There we go. And look at that. Whenever I walk inside of this thing, your base is already locked. Your base is already... That means it's registering. This is great. One more thing that I want to try, actually, before we, you know, trap my friends in there and start pranking them and steal all their brain rots. Before we do all that, I wonder what happens if we make the hitbox smaller like this. And then what if I connect it to like my right leg? Because then when I run, it's gonna like smash into my left leg, and then maybe, just possibly, it'll be able to just keep on locking the base constantly. All right, so let's stand in over here. I'm gonna stand a little bit more to the left. And yeah, something like that. Okay, and now let's try selecting the hitbox thing and then also my right leg. Can I select my right leg? Where is it? Right lower leg. There we go. All right, can I weld these two things together? Let's find out. If I hit weld, then it freezes me. Yep. Okay, that makes sense. Oh my goodness. Look at how weird this looks. My entire body is pivoting around my leg now. That's crazy. Okay, now let's select only the hitbox for the base lock button. And then let's unanchor it. And now if I walk around, oh, it still doesn't work. It doesn't update. Okay, interesting. Well, I guess, I mean, we can just have this thing in the corner. That's still pretty good. Even if it doesn't update automatically when I walk with it. This is still pretty cool. All right, well, let's drop this thing off over here. Let's anchor it, disconnect the welds, and then why don't we go ahead and just make this thing bigger? We're gonna have the biggest base lock button of all time. Does this work if I make it bigger? I don't even know. I'm gonna try making it this big, and then if I walk inside of it, oh, this is so sick. So if I walk inside of this base over here, I'm just gonna make it the size of this entire base. If I walk inside of this base, your base is already locked. Oh, that is so sick. All right, well, I guess let's just begin the prank by waiting for my base to open up, and then we gotta bring my friends in here. This is gonna be perfect. It looks like it's gonna open up in 33 seconds. Yo, guys, I've got a bit of an offer for you.
An offer? What sort of offer? Like a trade?
I mean, you could think of it as a trade.
Are you gonna give me my Orcalera back?
Actually, yeah.
Wait, why?
Okay, well, you know, I was thinking, you guys have been stealing a lot of brain rots from me lately, and, you know, I was wondering why, and maybe the reason why is because, you know, I've just been pranking you guys too much lately. I do often pull a lot of pranks on you guys, I will admit.
Finally, you're admitting. I'm glad you could come to your senses.
Yeah, you pull so many pranks on us, so it's only fair if we steal your brain rots.
Yep, it's only fair. So I figured, you know, I might, you know, give you guys a little something by just letting you take some brain rots from my base.
All of them?
Wait, how do we know this isn't a trap? What if you just trap us in your base and then go steal my brain rots from my base?
I won't, I promise.
He's got a point. How do we know that you're not?
Okay, you know what? Fine. I'll literally walk to the other side of the map. I'm gonna walk all the way over here.
Okay, that works with me. I guess I'll steal my Orcalera back first.
I think I'm gonna take the cockroach.
Well, you guys have fun with that.
Wait, what the? How is his base just
Are
locked?
you serious? Dash, this isn't gonna work. We're just gonna respawn.
Oh, yeah? Have fun doing that.
Yeah, you're not gonna get away with any of my brain rots, you know?
Wait, what the? Why did I just respawn in his base?
Wait, me too. Hey, Dad, let me out of here. Why can't I get out?
Thanks for the 6-7, Brain Rot, buddy. Oh, wait. I think I'm also gonna take the Takarita Bucklita back.
Why am I respawning in your base? I'm glitched. Hey!
I'm respawning here too. What's going on?
Oh, my goodness. Wait, this actually works so perfectly.
Dad, let me go. Let me go. I can't
we open up his base? We have to wait 160 seconds.
Dad, this is messed up. I don't know how you're doing all of this, but you have to let us
How
out.
am I supposed to let you guys out? My base is literally locked.
And try punching me out. Try punching me out of the base.
If only we had like a body swap potion or something, then we could just body swap with him.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the zombie tra-la-la-la.
No, Dad, I was collecting those.
I think I'm also gonna take the chillin' chili. This guy's cool. This guy's one cool brain rot.
He's taking like everything from my base.
And oh wait, you have a lost 6-7 up here too. You know, there's just revenge for what you took from me earlier. I just, I had to get my stuff back.
Are you serious? You don't have to do all of this. You're gonna get my stuff back at the end, right?
Nah, I think I'm good. Well, thank you guys very much for the brain rots. I think I'm gonna head out now, and I'll see you guys later.
Dad, you have to give me my stuff back.
No, I'll see you later. Goodbye.
Get back here.
Man, I didn't even steal anything from you. You're lucky.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And you have to give me some of those brain rots that he didn't steal.
No, they're mine.
And the only reason I didn't steal from you is because you didn't steal that much from me.
Get back here.
That was pretty crazy. And if you want to watch the next video, then click on the video on the screen right now.